Hello, this is Young Morpheus. First and foremost, before I get into this, I want to say, Call Halal Yahweh by Hashem, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. This video is just going into some of the demonic wickedness that we see that has been going on and plaguing our society. And the elites are getting more and more bold day by day by day. And so first off, this first clip that I have here that I wanted to share with you is from, well, it's just a couple of still pictures that had to do with the BAAL'ENCIAGA ad. And the gentleman, Michael Borian, I think I'm saying it right, Michael Bormans or something like that, who was part of the whole BAL'ENCIAGA scandal. I know you guys know about the whole teddy bears and all this weird stuff that they had going on. And that stuff right there was the latest instance. But as I said before, that video that I saw from Go Black to Africa made me do a little bit digging and researching, and so I borrowed a clip from him in here, and I added a couple of other things that a couple of other channels picked up and things that I noticed, and I felt it was really important for everybody to really go over this stuff and look at what's going on. And so connecting the BAL'ENCIAGA to the 2022 Commonwealth Games, what the symbolism they're showing in there, and then even to the video that you'll see with CERN and what's the opening ceremonies and all the crazy wickedness that was going on in there. In that clip, there is some stuff which the person who created that video, they added some things in there. I don't necessarily agree with everything in there, but I do think that they are on the right they're on the right track in understanding and trying to prove and point out some of the things which, some of these, spiritually wicked powers are putting on the people who are running things at high levels and what they're putting out. And just to finish it all off and tie this last little bit to it, I wanted to show you guys this this video that I ran across from the World's Fair 1933 in Chicago. This was supposed to be, from what I heard, the Jewish day that was part of the World's Fair. So each different group was allowed to have a day, as what the information I read about it said at the World's Fair. And for Jewish Day, this is what the people came together and put on video. And it's supposed to be going over their 4,000-year history. I couldn't find any more videos, but this video that I did find, warning, it doesn't have a context. It doesn't have the context what they were trying to point out or not trying to say or whatever. But I just wanted to put that in there and let you guys see what kind of message that and things which elites have been putting out for a while. One thing I'll notice, one thing I want you guys to all pay attention to and notice is when it's showing the ceremony from the start and showing some of the things which they have going on, the theatrics and things which you see in the video from the beginning. Notice that it obviously, this part which they chose to focus on went for a very extended amount of time, because you can see it started off in daytime and it's going literally to nighttime in this video. So that said, I don't know if that was the totality of the demonstration or if that was a major function that they focused on. I just found it kind of weird, and it's kind of weird that I can't find any other videos to show that story which I'm told was supposed to be being told here. So it's just eerie to me how all these things connect. And if you guys see other things in the video that need to be pointed out and broke down, or things that you've seen separately outside of these clips which I put, make sure to put it in the comment section. Something I think definitely needs to be noticed and talked about. But that said, I'll let you all check out these clips, and I don't know, tell me what you think in the comment section. That said, we give all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, and we do so in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai. To those who don't know, that's giving honor to the Heavenly Father and His Son, which many of you guys might call Jesus. That said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in a later video or live stream. Thank you.
The opening ceremony of the 2022 Commonwealth Games contains some bizarre scenes involving people revering a giant bull in what people are calling a satanic cult ceremony. Some call it utter worship of Lucifer in plain sight. A lot of news outlets have their headlines as "Opening Ritual of Baal Worship in Birmingham at the Commonwealth Games." Was this ritualistic ceremony Baal worship in plain sight?
Is known for child sacrifices. Let me play you a video to help you understand how they were worshiping Baal in those days.
This group of deities were always connected with the idea of fertility, and it was extraordinarily gruesome in their practices. And one of the things, for instance, that they would do whenever there was indeed a concern about their future prosperity, the ability to feed themselves, they would sometimes take their firstborn children, and in the worship of Baal, they would go forth and burn these children alive. And while these children were screaming in agony, these folks would engage in all kinds of sexual, perverse acts during this time of worship.
What is the significance of Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games Raging Bull?
Tonight we're telling the story about how Birmingham is connecting us with every corner of the world and with one another. It's been a dark period in our lives, but tonight we're going to sprinkle a little stardust on the ceremony. The death of a star in the outer universe and the shards of light from its demise are heading straight for us.
Here is Stella, well named, and she will find one of the shards.
Now, I'm no Brian Cox, but I'm told that the death of a star can trigger the birth of other stars, and I reckon this one is going to do just that.
It is a reminder of our common ancestry, a reminder of where we all come from. Into that shard, she whispers her hopes and dreams.
In times of darkness,
we carry a dream of light
that calls us all together.
African Sakara drums beat, sending out the call to gather from the Alexander Stadium.
Choreographed with percussionist Abraham Paddy Teddy, that's him at the top of the tower. Birmingham's Tower of Babel, or Birmingham's Tower of Babel's Tower of Babel, or Tower of Birmingham if you like. It rises out of the city's canal waters and towpaths. There are around 35 miles of canals here. Its waterways a key part of the development in the Industrial Revolution.
It is akin to a call to prayer. The call to prayer, the call to gather goes out to all those others who have found their own shards, their own fragments of that star.
So the word goes out from the top of the bull ring, from the top of the beautiful Birmingham Library, and Old Joe, the tallest freestanding clock tower in the world. It's time to pack your things. It's time to pack your things.
You know, the shards as beacons of hopes and dreams were inspired by a conversation with Qadar Abdul Ali.
And now, it is my honor to say, welcome to Birmingham. Thank you.
As they reach Europe, you might wonder what other European countries are in the Commonwealth. Well, Cyprus, Malta, Gibraltar. And again, everywhere the baton went, it was carried not only by great sports people, but by those who have done great things.
So the houses have landed in the Commonwealth courtyard. Stella and the 71 Dreamers, they've got their prized possessions, and they're greeted by the bards of Birmingham, the guardians of the city's history.
We combine Middle Eastern music with the leaders of New York City praising this thing. It was the Arch of Baal, a reproduction from the Middle East, or of the Middle Eastern Arch, that led the worshippers of Baal into the temple of Baal. And again, this is the worship that involved the offering up of children. It is the sign of a nation that has fallen from its God, and now it appeared in America. And where? In New York City, the center of abortion. We have offered up over 60 million children in abortion. We have turned to the spirit of Baal. We have followed the God of prosperity, of power, of apostasy, of sexual immorality.
Of Baal was in the city of Palmyra in Syria. That was where the ancient temple was. It was in ruins, but it was kept there. And so when ISIS fighters destroyed it when they were fighting with Syria, and they destroyed that, the Western powers, America, UK, in fact, started by the United Kingdom, said that they want to have it in all the major cities of this world. So they don't want to have the tomb of Christ that rose from the dead, or the Bible, or any other holy representation, but they want to have the arch that represents child sacrifices erected in every major city in the world. Boris Johnson was the one who led the unveiling of the arch in England, even before the one that Jonathan Kahn is talking about went up in New York City.
We're here today in solidarity with the people of Syria. We're here in the spirit of defiance. Defiance of the barbarians who destroyed the original of this arch, as they've destroyed so many other monuments. And I hereby unveil the oldest new structure in the history of this city. Ladies and gentlemen, the triumphal arch of Palmyra. 3, 2, 1.
Of all the things you want to come into solidarity with the people of Syria to rebuild, it is the arch that leads into the temple of Baal, where babies were sacrificed.
Blend and bind as one. Every creed, color, and tribe, we come from blood.
Worcester's dear Edward Elgar dreamed the music of our nation.
Enigmatic pop sweeps Jerusalem.
Turtle tune.
Pop sweeps Jerusalem.
Turtle tune.
Sweeps Jerusalem.
Turtle tunes. Eternal tunes. Everyone.
Like binding twine, running round us, roping us together, making us one.
This is how.
For those of you who may not know, are just like gemstones, but for some reason they have low vibrational energies. These dark powers operate with low vibrational energies, so they are very much attracted to crystals. So if you look at mysticism all over the world, if you talk about occultism, you will hear a lot of crystal-related terminologies or activities or rituals and stuff like that. So that's why in their hands, you see them bearing crystals. They call them crystal shards. These crystal shards are glowing with light. What light is in these shards? The light they carry is the light of Lucifer, which is the light that is going to lead and rule everything on earth under the reign of the Antichrist. Remember, Lucifer is depicted as the light giver. That's why if you look at the Columbia picture, it is a woman carrying the torchlight. That's the light of Lucifer. If you look at the Statue of Liberty, which actually has nothing to do with liberty, it's actually carrying another light again, and that's the light of Lucifer. The Olympic torchlight, all representing the light of Lucifer. That same light today has now been infused into a crystal shard, and I want you to see what they are going to use that light to do with this burning structure in front of you. Just watch, but before you see them use the shard to restore the building that is burning, I want you to look at something that many people have not seen. Watch, right there. Did you see something that just changed now? Did you see that what is in front of you in this very compartment here is actually a figurine, like a mask? Just watch again. The image begins to come and then the yellow light disappears and turns into a static image. What, do you see that? Do you see that emerging? As it's disappearing, it kind of morphs into an image of a being that is sticking the tongue out, which I believe here looks like Lucifer or Satan himself in the flames. And they are feeling at home in this flame. Was this what the Tower of Babel was meant to accomplish? To become like an embassy for the powers of hell? So that hell is established on earth. Isn't that what the whole New World Order agenda is all about? To bring the kingdom of Satan into our world. But God frustrated it. But now they are revamping it. They are giving it a new life. How did they give it life? The light of Lucifer is what they put together, and then they were able to restore, as you can see in front of you. But why didn't they just aim it individually at that? They had to put it together because when the Tower of Babel was destroyed, it was because they had one voice. That's why they were succeeding in what they were doing. Because scattered their tongues. And today they've taken all those crystal shards, almost like representing tongues, and they have put them together as one. They could have aimed it at the building individually and accomplish the same thing, but he said no, let's put it as one, because that oneness that we lost was why we lost our hold on the universe, on the population of the world, when he came and scattered our tongues. So they're showing you that all these nations, our voices are one. We are now recreating the worship of Baal in this present age. But
of course, for all the colour and noise, the characters, the invention, this was an industrial area. The Black Country, so-called because of all the black smoke thrown out by its factories, the furnaces that glowed red at night. There was a dark side to the Industrial Revolution, a darker side to the bull ring.
There was. Female chain makers of the Industrial Revolution were underpaid and overworked. As the beat pounds to remind us of the relentless drive of industry, they drag into the Alexander Stadium a beast, a bull, 10 meters high, heavily armored.
Now scarred by past hurt and enraged by injustice, the bull breaks free and causes pandemonium. And in a parallel act of emancipation, the women break their own chains.
Certainly one of the most striking images of the show so far. It's a very How to Train Your Dragon moment. This is Stella offers friendship and compassion to tame the beast.
Don't go out and try this in a field, but in Stella's single action, we can see that we're all worthy of love, whoever we are, and whatever our circumstances may be.
Yes, behind it all, the idea of breaking free from oppression and enslavement and of moving forward together. Admirably lofty aims here in Birmingham this evening.
And so, freed from their bonds, the women and the bull leave the shackles of the past behind. But the bull, once calm, is now injured again.
Stella and our athlete dreamers call for a moment of reflection and of light, as she and the bull call for a moment of reconciliation. All is stilled.
It's time for the shards to work their magic again. Stella and the Dreamers used them to call for a moment of reflection and reconciliation. actually thought that was Ginny Lemon coming back.
In fact, it's the chain makers that we saw earlier. And they lift away the bull's armor, the symbol of his enslavement and theirs. And he will be revealed as an iconic symbol of light, just as the names of the women chain makers who fought for their rights and better working conditions in the early 1900s will be lit up around the track and on the main stage tower.
So together, along with Stella and the Dreamers, they will heal the hurt, and they will lift away the bull's armor to reveal him as a symbol of light and love. The now free and at peace bull of Birmingham really is the symbol for this Commonwealth Games.
He will, by the way, have a permanent place in the centre of Birmingham when these games end, and he will become the symbol of this theatrical and inspiring open ceremony and these games.
The shards as beacons of hopes and dreams were inspired by a conversation with Qadar Abduali.
Well, for the last 2 years we've been locked down in our houses, our villages, our cities and our countries. Now we can travel again and meet up in new neighbourhoods. In fact, we're building a new neighbourhood here. How's this for a courtyard of the Commonwealth? How's this for a courtyard of the Commonwealth?
Here we are, folks, at Chicago's world-famed Century of Progress, the spectacular fair that was started by a beam of light from the star Arcturus. Here's the famous Avenue of Flags, a beautiful flag-bedecked boulevard, every foot of its magnificent concourse filled with an endless stream of pleasure seekers. Like a sentinel commanding the sun, stands the Hall of Science, saluting the waters of the shimmering lagoon. It's before this map-covered dome, the back view of the exhibit, 1,000,000 years ago.